guys, and welcome to Pennies with a Purpose. I'm Willie Mullen, and I want to welcome you and thank you for joining in with me. And we're going to just jump right in. We're going to get started on talking about the things we've been talking about the last couple of weeks, which is budgeting. We talk about it so much. Of course, it's one of the main things that we focus on, but it is the foundation. How do you build a house without a strong foundation? It won't stand. So that's why we spend so much time on budgeting. And again, as we always state, this is something that we help you guys create if anybody's interested. So today, let's jump right into it. We're going to talk about the benefits of budgeting. And these benefits are things, for me personally, there are a lot of benefits to budgeting, but I like to stick in the realm of what happens to me and how my life goes and things that has helped me in my life. So let's start off with it. One of the first things we're going to talk about is budgeting puts you in control. So knowing where your money goes, how much you're spending on certain things, puts you in control. And the thing that it did for me is I was a relentless person, a person that relentlessly ate out. I would eat out all the time because I don't cook. One of the things I asked God when I got married is, please provide a wife that cooks. Thank the Lord he's done that. So that was one of my things. And then I am a technology freak. I love anything, cameras, computers. So I would just buy things. And then when it's time to eat, I would go, I wonder, do I have enough money in this account to get me a burger? So without that control that budgeting give me, I was just kind of out there in the wild. But now I know how much money I have to eat, how much money I have to buy things I want to buy. So it puts me in control just knowing what my money's doing. The next thing it does, it helps me keep focus on my money goals. And it will help you keep focused because if there are things you want to do, then you can strategically point toward those things only. Like I said, I like buying cameras. I like eating out, and I like, taking trips and doing everything at one time, and I never had an aim. So now I can sit down and say, okay, I want to take a trip in 3 months. How much do I need to save? How much is the trip going to cost me? And I lay a plan out to do that. Or I want to buy the new camera that's coming out in 3 months or 6 months. And I save money for that. So what money does is help you set a goal. If you want to buy a new car, if you want to buy a house, whatever you want to do, you can set a goal and then you can pay yourself payments to get to that goal. So being in control, helping yourself set money goals, works together. The next thing it do is helps you structure a plan to become debt free. Man, that's so big for us because we want everybody to be debt free. And if you talk to people and you say, hey, financially, what is it that you would like to do? One of the things you probably get is retirement, be ready for retirement. And then you will, a lot of the time, probably the majority of the time, get, I would love to be debt free. But do you have a plan is the thing. So budgeting gives you that plan. It helps you line up all those debts and it helps you pay them off one at a time. And without that type of plan, you just have that dream of being debt free. But again, you're not building that foundation or that structure to get you debt free. So again, it puts you in control. That's one of the things that's important to me because it covers those three factors that we just talked about. The next thing it does, it gives you a sense of security. I don't know if I'm the only person. You guys let me know. A paycheck to paycheck person. I have lived my life a long time, paycheck to paycheck. And sometimes the thing I was thinking about when I was creating this is that sometimes you're living paycheck to paycheck and you don't even realize it because you have yourself prepared just to handle problems as they come. And you just skip this bill to take care of that bill, or you skip this bill to go to an event because people are counting on you, and you're living paycheck and paycheck and don't realize that you're in that struggle because it's just become a way of life for you. And we really want to change that. So that sense of security, knowing that, okay, I have my life and budgeted out. This is what I need. Okay, this money's in my account. then you know what's coming up next, and you know that you're not paycheck to paycheck because you're prepared, and you build that emergency fund to take care of if anything happens. So now, if I'm out of work for a month, oh, I have 6 months of an emergency fund, so I'm secure. So I'm okay. Life is going to be good. The next thing it does, doing that, it provides a sense of money stress relief. So it provides a sense of just relief, because I don't know, again, like I said, I like to speak from my experience. There was times that I'd ride down the road and I'm looking like, Lord, I can't have a flat tire. Like, you think of the worst. If I have a flat tire, I can't go to work because I can't afford to get a spare because I've already used my spare. So things like that, man, that's stressful. That's stressful, and it can also cause your body to wear down. So you need that sense of security, knowing that if something happens, hey, I'm okay. Recently my tires, I'm a type of person, I'll ride out my tires as much as I can, and I had a flat, and I was able to go to the tire shop and get 4 tires. Like, you know what? These tires are ball or close to ball. I need tires, so let me just get 4 tires. And that sense of relief is just great. That sense of security, knowing that I can do that, knowing that I can handle the situation, is awesome. So the last thing on the sense of security I want to talk about is that you can strategically plan your future. And again, if we're caught up in things, we don't have that sense of security, we're not in control. Sometimes we just live life day to day, day to day, day to day, without a plan for the future. So I want everybody to be able to plan for the future. Budgeting does that, because now when you got your money in, when you're in control of your money and you got that sense of security, you start thinking about things like, where do I want to be in my future? You know, and how can I plan to get there? You have kids. Can I do a college fund for my kids? Can I prepare for retirement? When we're stressed and we're not in control, we don't think about those things. We just think about the next emergency, the next problem. How am I going to get from point A to point B? And so being able to strategically plan your future gets you to that point where, you know what, everything's okay. I am fine and I am secure. So that's what I wanted to talk about as far as a sense of security. The last thing I want to talk about is it allows you to live your life to the fullest. And again, in the beginning, it may not feel like that. It may not feel like you're living your life. It may feel like I need to keep up these numbers. But I'm telling you, once you get into it, it'll be great, because now you can create a roadmap for your life. You can say where you want to go, how you want to get there, and you can make a plan to get there. Because even for me, one of the things I went through for the first 17 years of my life, I worked in building maintenance, and I wanted to change, and I had to go back to school. Well, I didn't have a structured plan. I was just frustrated with life, and I went back to school. But budgeting now, you could have a structured plan to say, hey, I want to go back to school, or I want to change career, or I want to retire. What is it going to take for me to get there? And you can start working on those things. So living life to the fullest, working on those things, is prepping yourself to get ready to live life to the fullest. And then once you get to that point where you can line those things up, you can have fun without feeling guilty. There's been so many times I've gone on trips, and then it's like, as soon as the trip's almost over, I'm like, oh man, I got to figure out how I'm going to pay for all the stuff I did while I was on the trip. Or I wanted to do things, and then again, sacrificing something to do what I want to do. And then I'm not living life to the fullest because I'm stressed once I get back, or once I've done what I wanted to do. Kind of the concept of, oh, I paid for Christmas, but Lord, I'm waiting on these tax checks so that I can pay off Christmas. So I took this vacation with my friends because I wanted everybody to think I was cool, and I wanted to be able to enjoy life with them. But inside, man, I'm just hurting because I'm not able to just do what I want to do. So it helps you get to that point so that you can plan. Once you do the trip, or once you enjoy time with your friends, or once you bought that gift, it is over. You pay for it in cash, and it is done. And that last thing I want to talk about on the subject, it makes room for you to do whatever it is you want to do in life. And sometimes one of the things I noticed once I really started getting on this budgeting kick is that I want to go further. There are other things I want to do. And I didn't have time to think about those things when I was stressed and when I wasn't in control and I wasn't secure. But once I started getting control, then I started to say, hey, you know what? First of all, one of the things, as you know, I want to help people get to this point. That was one of the things. And I always just want to give money to people. I just want to. I told my wife one of the things I want to do is, like, I think we talked about one time on Thanksgiving, if I had a couple $100 or several $100 to say, okay, give each of the kids $100 and say, take this $100 and put gas in tanks of people's cars until you run out of money. Because I want to be able to do that kind of stuff, and I want to make a difference in the world. And budgeting has helped me realize that, because when I was in these other situations, stressful and not thinking about things, I couldn't think like that. So thank the Lord that He's gotten me to that place where, and Manisa, us, to that place where we can think about things like that, things we want to do outside of worrying about bills and worrying about how we're going to get the next thing done. So those are benefits to budgeting. Those are things I thought about. As always, when we're ending, email us at pennieswithapurpose@gmail.com. You can go to our website, pennieswithapurpose.com, if you want to set up a consultation. Always talk to us. We can do a video chat if you're not in South Carolina, or we can set up an appointment. We can meet somewhere at your place or at our place or somewhere out and just talk to you about budgeting, just hear what's going on. We would love to do it. We get so much joy out of doing that. And as always in ending, if you don't tell your money where to go, you will always wonder where it went. Thank you. I'm Willie Mullins, and you guys have a great day. Take control of your life. Bye.